Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us. And today I'm going to make some good old comfort food. I'm going to make some chicken and noodles. And I got 4 chicken breasts, which is about 2 pounds, a little over. Some egg noodles, which I love these. And just some onions, celery, carrots, and peppers, just for flavor. And my homemade chicken stock, which I just pulled out of my freezer last night. Pulled the chicken out of the freezer last night. And then a bunch of spices. But let me get everything prepped and washed and cleaned, and we'll get set up over at the stove. And I hope you guys stick around because this is going to be good. Okay, so you got to get your chicken seasoned with some salt and pepper, because you want to flavor all along the way if you want good flavor. Gotta be careful with this pepper. It's got huge holes in it. And then to keep everything clean, just use tongs to turn these so that way you're not touching the chicken and contaminating. And you could use any type of chicken you choose. You gotta be real careful with this pepper. I'm gonna have to put it in a different container, I think. Okay, I'll fix that up with a little more seasoning to rub it in a little bit. And I'm gonna get a pan ready with some oil and a little butter and get that hot, and we'll get started. And I also got all my vegetables peeled and cleaned and chopped in my little trash tray. And I got the broth all ready to go. Getting my pan hot, I just put a couple tablespoons of olive oil and a little bit of butter. The butter just for flavor. And you want it really good and hot because I want to sear my chicken. So that's what you want to hear, that good sizzle sound. And still using my tongs so you don't have to touch the chicken and contaminate no more, because you're all done with chicken grease. And I don't know if you've seen, I had tin foil on my pan, so I'm just going to take that off, throw that right in the garbage, and I'm all good to keep everything good and clean. And then I'm going to do my, my noodles in a different pot instead of in this pot. But you could do the noodles right in this pot as well if you wanted to. But I find that noodles soak up too much of the liquid, and then they get too fat and overdone. So I like to keep my noodles separate. But I'm going to leave these on probably a good 5-6 minutes. I'll let you know. Okay, guys, it's been 3 or 4 minutes, and it's almost ready to flip. But don't get impatient. If it's stuck to the pan, that means it's not ready to flip. And the reason why we do this is for flavor. We're building flavor. If you want your food to taste good, you got to have lots of flavor. And with the olive oil and the butter is flavor, the salt and pepper, the chicken, of course, and then all the aromatics we're going to put in. So just be patient. When you're cooking, you got to be really good and patient. Then we're going to give these a flip. Alrighty. This smells so good, you guys. It's been, that piece is stuck. Yeah. It's been about 6 or 7 minutes. And look at that flavor. Now you don't have to do what I'm doing for your chicken and noodles. I'm gonna give that another 4 minutes. Alright guys, I hope you can hear me over the sizzle. I had the pan up on high, and then I turned it down now to medium high for the other side. And just let it cook for another 4 to 5 minutes. And it's not going to be completely cooked. It's going to cook in the broth. Okay, it's been another 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to pull these out. Look at how juicy. Sorry, that's how I gotta do it with one hand, guys. So I'm just gonna leave all that grease right in there, and we're gonna fry up the vegetables. Let me just show you how much grease is actually in there. Oh, I guess that's a little bit too much. Let me get rid of some of that, guys. So I guess it was about a good quarter cup I pulled out of there. So that's all I want to have in there, is just a little. And I definitely want all those flavors on the bottom. So we're going to put in all the vegetables for flavor. Oops, so we got a big piece in there. Okay, and then we're just going to stir all these around. Pick up all those bits. Guys, this is so good. Alright, let's put some flavorings in there. I'm going to put some salt. I'm going to go real easy on the pepper because I think I over peppered the chicken just a tad. We're going to put some parsley. I love parsley. Put parsley in everything. Some garlic powder. You guys can't see that. Okay. Maybe you could. I don't know. My camera's all over the place, guys. I think I'm too excited for this. Just season it up. Really good. And you can see the moisture from the vegetables are picking up all that stuff on the bottom, which is flavor. So I'm going to saute these until they're a little tender. Just a couple minutes, maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes. Let me get these finished up. Okay, so look, guys, see the pan's completely clean. You could almost have no mess afterwards. Alright, so those are cooking. While those are cooking, they're getting tender and nice and fragrant. I'm going to put in my, oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit the camera. Put in my chicken stock, which is approximately 3 to 4 cups. And if I need a little bit more, I might add some water. And my chicken stock, now it's all quiet in here, is a bit frozen, so you're going to see a clump come out. Because that was a big container. But that's okay. It's going to lower my temperature, which I don't really appreciate, but it's going to all cook together. So I'm just going to wait till that, my big piece of ice melts down, and then I'll put the chicken in, guys. Okay, and that ice, it just took about a second to melt. I don't even know where it went no more. I mean, literally, it melted within a minute, less than a minute. And so I'm just going to let this come to a boil. I gave it a taste for flavor, and it tastes pretty good. I'm going to see if I might put some bouillon, chicken bouillon in there if I, want some more flavor. But right now it tastes pretty good. But I'm going to taste it again in a few minutes and see. Okay, I had my stove up on high to bring it to a boil. But I'm going to put my chicken in now because there's getting so much smoke you won't even be able to see. But if you guys wanted to, you could take your chicken and cut it all off the bone and put it in that way. But I'm going to choose to just put mine in whole, and then I'm going to serve mine like that. But if you want, you can cut it all up, which isn't hard, especially with thighs. It's easy. So I gave it a taste, and I thought it tastes really well. But I am going to put a little bit of my chicken bouillon in there. Where's my camera? And that's it. And now you just want to let this cook for a good hour. Till it's going to thicken up a little bit. And make sure you take out that grease in the beginning like I was saying, because that ended up giving me a quarter cup of grease. Let me show you. There it is. Yeah, a good quarter cup, and we don't want that in our food. Just leave a little bit in there to saute the vegetables. So yeah, just put a top on it and let it cook. And dinner's all ready. When the kids get home from school, or your hubby, your girlfriend, your wife, they get home from school, home from work, dinner's already ready, and you guys are all set to eat. I started this early, cleaned up all my mess, and now all I have to do is clean this one pan here, the tongs, and that's it. And then we're going to serve it up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. Alright, look at how good this is looking, guys. I checked the largest piece of chicken. It's still only at 130 degrees, and we want it to get to 160, 165. And it's only been about 40 minutes. So we might go a full, well, we are going to go a full hour. I was checking it at 45 if I got that messed up. And then I'm going to put my noodles on, And then I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in my noodles just to keep them from sticking. And then it's all set to just sit on the stove on simmer and enjoy. So I'll be back, guys. It smells so good. I've tasted it. It tastes amazing. Alright, I have my noodles on. Make sure you put salt in your water and stir it a couple of times just so they don't stick. And set the timer to the package. Mine said 8 to 10 minutes, so I'm going to put mine at 8. And I'm not going to overcook mine. I'm actually going to undercook mine a tiny bit because they're going to sit there and cook a little bit with the top on as they cool. Alright guys, our chicken has come up to temperature. Oh, oops, 150. I thought it said 160. But it's close enough. Another 10 minutes it's going to go. And then I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of olive oil in the noodles. You don't need very much at all, hardly any at all. And then just give it a stir, put a top on it, and then that way they won't stick. Look at that. Beautiful. Those noodles look so good. I already tasted them, but I'm going to taste to make sure. And this tastes absolutely delicious. Looks delicious. And in about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to serve it up because the chicken's not quite there yet. So the big boy's finally at 160. The little ones have been there for quite a while, but that other one is huge. So if you have that issue, you just got to cook it a little bit longer. And then I have my noodles over here in my bowl. And I'm just going to take some of the liquid and get my noodles good and mixed so that they get that flavor really good. And let's get a chicken. Put it over there. Look at that, you guys. Oh, this is looking so good. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more liquid on. Right, and get all those veggies. Look at that. Delicious. Alright, let's give it a taste. It's going to be hot. Ooh, look at that. So good. And you guys, I was telling you, you can break up your meat, and that way you don't have to fight with it in your bowl, which is easier. But I don't mind. The thighs aren't too bad to try to break apart. Well, let's see if I can show you the inside of this guy. Oh, let me take my thumbnail first. Oh, hang on. Right, I got my thumbnail. Okay, and I just cut it open with like a little butter knife. Look at that. Nice and tender. Oop. Let's give that a bite. Perfectly done. Delicious. Look at that meat, guys. So I hope you guys give this a try. It cooked about an hour and a half total. Well, once we put the broth in, about an hour and a half. And yeah, it's a pretty simple dinner. And if you want, you could put it in the oven, keep it warm. Mix your noodles right in there if you want. I like mine separate, but you do it how you guys like to have it. And if you're new and you like this video, subscribe to my channel and go check out my other videos. I have 328 videos right now. If you do hit the subscribe button, click the little bell so you can see when I upload. Every time you'll get a notification, and that way you won't miss out on any of these great recipes. Everything I make is easy and simple. And stop over to my Facebook group if you want to join over there. It's just What's Mama Cooking For Us Facebook group. And I also have a Twitter, a blog, what's the other one? Instagram, and they're all listed in the description in the bottom. So check this out, and I'll link some of my other chicken videos up here so you guys can check those out. And thanks for spending some time with me. This is so easy and so delicious, you guys. I hope you come back for more. And Happy New Year, and be blessed.